know, we always tell people when they ask us who we are, what we do, that we're filmmakers who happen to use computers. First it's about stories and characters, and then it's about the technical aspects of what we do.
It's an odd concept because if you think about it, our studio has got these assets that you can't see inside of the computer. And our only way of getting access is when this computer produces an image that you can see. It's our way of transferring something to reality.
Well, that's where sun comes in on rendering, because it makes the invisible visible.
Uh-oh. A lot of aliasing on this the first time when we had it in T4.
And this right here goes underneath it.
Oh, different blur blurs. Foreground.
Do we need to re-render the thing anyway for the animation fix?
Well, how much per frame to render?
Finish this second. 2 frames.
Okay, we finished this afternoon.
That's cool.
Why go with sun? What really convinced you in the end that that was the right?
We ran these benchmarks, and Sun had by far and away the lowest cost per render mark, which is our number for evaluating how machines do. But there's an interesting reason for that, and this is where Sun took a different approach from the other companies. With everybody else, when you go to multiprocessing, they've got these more expensive systems, and the cost per processor goes up with multiprocessing. Sun took the opposite tack. They made it so that when you had multiprocessing, the cost per processor went down substantially. Exactly the right approach.
We had one main server machine which held a lot of the data for all the other machines, and we could hook it up to the other machines or to the network hubs through 100 megabit Ethernet, and that gave us the extra boost because we do rely on the network to do our job.
You know, it's also interesting because we realized that we needed a bigger render farm part of the way through the show.
We didn't have a lot of room.
We didn't have a lot of room. That building
didn't have any room at all.
And we fit into a really small footprint by stacking machines in those racks, and it fit right into the space we had, and we had enough power in the room, thankfully.
So we bring people into the room, and those who are in this computer industry gasp when they see this wall of computers.
Right.
And then, of course, gasp again when they realize that there's more compute power here than all the rest of the film industry put together. And we couldn't take any risks.
Right. You absolutely cannot afford a lot of time where you're going to be wondering whether you made the right decision or not and whether it's all going to fit together.
It had to be scalable, that's why we made the choice. In the middle of production, we had to scale it up even more. And we could.
Right, and with Sun we could do all that.
And it hasn't even gone down once, and everything has just been steady, smooth.
It just keeps running. No, we did 500 feet of film through the render farm a few weeks ago. That's about 4.5 minutes of the movie in 1 week. That's staggering.
Wow, cool! Let's go to my room, guys!
Red alert! Andy is coming upstairs! Andy's coming, everybody! Back to your places! Hurry! Did you see my ear? Out of my way!
Wow, cool! Quick, make a space! This is where the spaceship lands!
We're in this very unique position where we can take the models and the animation skill and the tools and put them directly onto a follow-on CD-ROM project from the film. It's really unique. This has never happened in the motion picture before. The original animators can work on it because it is the cost-effective way of doing it. Like you couldn't afford to do it if it didn't follow onto the film. But then one needs render farms again because now we're trying to produce basically 20 or 30 minutes worth of material in a very short period of time for the CD-ROM.
Definitely with my group, it completely saved our lives with our Coke commercial when we have a 6-week schedule and we needed to test what we were doing because we had such a limited amount of time. And had we not been able to borrow chunks of the render farm to do that, we never would have finished the commercial at all.
Well, the big thing with the render farm was primarily we got the film done. I like it on schedule and on budget, and it's very rare that you find all those attributes in one place. And we found it with Sun, in this case, for the render farm on this film. It was phenomenal.
It allowed us to make those images better. You know, we had more compute power, so we could do more tests and do higher quality.
But in our next
14-hour
film,
frames in this movie.
we want even more complexity.
Some of it's going to mean going to Sun and buying more machines because we're going to need a larger render farm. There's no question about it. You know, once we've gotten used to having this valuable resource that makes it so much easier to render, you know, we have to look at a bunch of other solutions that Sun can provide and work from there. But you know, Sun's doing a lot of other cool things that you guys haven't even had a chance to look at yet. In terms of video on demand servers, being able to serve every workstation with video right off You know, right off a wet editorial is just finished, or right off
Right.
a wet animation is just finished.
That's really important.
Yeah.
Thing on yours.
Yeah, because you know we're working as a team. I mean, no one person does everything on one shot. You know, the way we work.
A long time ago, computer graphics was not even considered to be a legitimate pursuit. Now what's happened is, with so much compute power out there in the world, there are now starting to be large virtual worlds, not in our sense of just making animation, but everything having to do with design and engineering and education. And it's really the power that enables this.
Sheriff, this is no time to panic. This is the perfect time to panic. I'm okay. Next stop, Andy. To infinity and beyond! Look out! There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Hello?
Pull ya!